It's our royal roundup. It's Kinsey Schofield. Morning, Kinsey.
Cristo, I had to Google your purple poppy, and my heart melted when I saw what the purple poppy means. That is so, so sweet. It's
Thank
in
you.
remembrance of the animals that were called to duty. Ah, Cristo, I just love you.
Yeah, thank you for pointing that out. I do wear a purple poppy as well because of exactly that. Because I think they get forgotten a bit, and you know, I think it's important to wear it with the standard poppy because it's not just obviously about the animals, but I just think as a nod to also the animals suffer terribly in war as well, that it's nice for a period to wear both. I don't wear both for the whole time, but just for a little period to wear both. So thank you for noticing that. And yeah, Renee asked me actually yesterday. I was surprised more people haven't asked me about it actually, because there are a few variations of the poppy that some people get very angry about actually, because they don't like it straying from tradition. But yeah, I think this one is one that people like. So thank you. How are you?
I'm getting over a cold, so just ignore my voice and just take in the royal gossip. Ignore the nostril sound, but take the royal gossip.
Ignore anything that you've got other than royal gossip this morning. Okay, can I show you something, please?
I saw this in at the beginning of the show. Let's get into this dressing for the crown story.
I mean,
love
if I had a dream job, it would be dressing Diana on the crown. I have to say that would be amazing. But in fairness, I would want to wear the swimsuits myself now and then, perhaps in private. I think that's reasonable. I think it's fair. Once they've been used on the crown, I would want to keep them. So this is a feature in today's Telegraph, how the crown recreated some of Diana's most famous outfits, and they go into all of her famous outfits in her revenge dress. They've got one of those. They've got the swimsuit, which she was wearing in Saint-Tropez in 1997, the sort of, animal print, sort of leopard print. Yeah. They've got the turquoise swimsuit that she wore as well. Because one of my favourite things when it comes to the crown and crown watching is going online afterwards and looking at how accurate the outfits were that they've all been wearing and how much they've got them right or wrong. So what a great job. What a brilliant job this is.
Yeah, no, they just re-released the Princess Diana Eagles varsity jacket here in America. Do you remember that great picture of her in the oversized Eagles varsity jacket?
Yeah.
It was $400. I didn't get it fast enough. I'm sure I'll find it on eBay for an ungodly amount of money. Not that $400 is an ungodly amount of money, but you know, her style is just so classic. 27 years later, they're recreating this Eagles jacket and it sells out in an instant. I mean, her style just never ends.
Yeah, and the dresser for the crown, the wardrobe lady that's interviewed, said that she could stick on an Adidas t-shirt and make it look fashionable, and that a lot of the things that she wore in that era have still carried over. I mean, I don't know if we're eulogizing about her too much. I don't know if we're overstating her influence, but she cites things like the pair of jeans and trainers worn with a beautiful, smart, formal blazer that she used to wear. That was one of her signature dress-down looks, and that women still today wear those sorts of things, and it's a completely normal thing to see. I mean, do you think that that's overstating Diana's influence a bit, you know, wearing jeans and a blazer, that she sort of invented that, or do you think it's a fair comment?
I think it's a fair comment, because if you listen to Kim Kardashian talk about her evolution in celebrity, she talks about the the biker shorts and the oversized sweatshirts, and having paparazzi shots taken of her in the biker shorts and the oversized sweatshirts. And that's 90s Diana coming outside of the gym. Hailey Bieber, not too long ago, I think redid some of those photos in biker shorts and oversized sweatshirts and blazers and blue jeans and in a cap. She either did that for Vanity Fair or Harper's Bazaar or one of those, or Vogue, one of those really fancy fashion magazines. So you still see people recreate those looks today, and they always attribute it to Diana.
Did you not wear something similar the first time you came into this studio and I met you?
I did.
I think you did as well. I
did.
You did. I think you were wearing a baseball cap, cycling shorts, and an oversized sweatshirt.
I 100% was. That is me.
You were wearing Diana's paparazzi wear, what she used to wear to try and be hidden from the paparazzi, and you recreated it when we first met in person all that time ago. All right, when we come back, we'll talk about why King Charles is still in great pain. Morning, it's Cristo here on TalkTV. Thanks for your company on this Sunday early breakfast. Still joined by Kinsey Schofield with the Right Royal Roundup. Morning, Kinsey. Do you know, it's nearly Christmas, Kinsey.
I know. I love Christmas.
Do you? You struck me as someone who loves Christmas.
Yeah. I've been watching Christmas movies nonstop for like 3 months.
Oh, have you? Have you seen that there is a new Christmas movie that's coming out, which has got all of the divas from the 80s soaps in it?
No.
Oh, my God.
It's
called, I think, A Diva Christmas. And it's got Morgan Fairchild, who was in literally every soap going. I think she was in Falcon Crest and a few others. It's got Linda Gray, who played Sue Ellen Ewing in Dallas. It's got Donna Mills, who played Abby Ewing in Knots Landing. Yeah. It's got Nicolette Sheridan, who played Paige in Knots Landing and was in Desperate Housewives. And it's a story of how they all were in a soap years ago and have all had to reunite for this soap and around Christmas. And I mean, it looks like it's complete and utter trash, and I really have to watch it as soon as possible.
Exactly. Those are the best ones.
Yeah, totally. Oh, I love a trashy, but not a proper Christmas movie. I like a trashy TV movie.
Yeah.
Actually,
those are the best.
The kind of thing Meghan Markle would have been in.
100%, exactly. Nice segue.
It's true. She would have been in one of those terrible afternoon Christmas movies, which I absolutely love. And apparently, Prince Harry doesn't want her going back into the movies.
No, that's not what this is. I don't think we know what Prince Harry wants.
I don't think Prince Harry knows what Prince Harry wants.
I was going to say, I think we know he wants a blunt for Christmas. That's probably on the agenda. But this is coming from Richard Kay, who was very dear friends with Princess Diana. Remember the scandal when there were photographs of Princess Diana taken getting into Richard Kay's car? Yes. When she was telling everybody she wasn't talking to the media? This is Richard Kay talking to Palace Confidential. And he says that he believes that Prince Harry is the one that's standing in the way of Meghan Markle's career because of all the drama that surrounds him, because people are so obsessed with the Royal Rebels storyline and what's going on between him and his family. And it's harder for Meghan to launch her new career with that kind of chaos surrounding the couple. And I think that's a really good point. I think that we all are so fixated on Harry and his family members that it sabotages anything Meghan wants to launch in the future.
I mean, so are you saying that she has somewhat the kiss of death in the eyes of movie producers when it comes to, or TV producers when it comes to something that they might want to cast her in? They think actually all of the drama around it, it'll probably be slated whether it's any good or not.
I think it's everything when it comes to. I think when Richard Kay says her Hollywood career, it means relaunching the TIG. It means becoming the face of Dior. It's generalized entertainment business, not necessarily being an actress or not. Because remember, William Morris Endeavor told us that she was not going to pursue acting, but they were going to pursue brand deals for her. I think brands look at Harry and Meghan and go, gosh, they're chaotic. You know, they are they're kind of destructive. They don't. They're everything that they do is kind of unexpected. They're unable to control them, and I think that that is hindering whatever is next for Meghan.
But also, if you are a brand, especially the issue is the kinds of brands that Harry and Meghan will want to involve themselves with will be, as you say, the Dior, will be those really, really high-end brands, because that's what they feel they are worth. That is what they feel is their prestige. And the issue that you've got is a lot of those high-end brands know if we book Harry and Meghan to do something for us, to be one of our ambassadors, to model some Dior or whatever else, that's it. We've lost our connection with royalty. You know, it's very, very doubtful that Kate will then wear something Dior, you know, the Princess of Wales. It's very unlikely that we will be able to have any association with actual royalty going forward. So I wonder whether Harry and Meghan have somewhat snookered themselves, because then the actual brands that probably would work with them are kind of Target or Chick-fil-A, or those sorts of brands are the ones that actually they're going to probably be able to get, because there's no royal connection there. Those really prestigious brands, they're not going to annoy the British royal family.
Right,
do you think that that's a fair comment?
We didn't see any clothing companies come out and say, we're so proud that Prince Harry wore our clothing to the Invictus Games. But we did see Dior come out and say, we're so proud Prince Harry wore our suit to King Charles's coronation. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like, Prince Harry alone does not have the power that he has when he's associated with his family members. Dior did come out and say that they were proud that Harry wore one of their suits to Charles's coronation. No one came out and said, hey, Harry's wearing our clothing during the Invictus Games, or when he was in San Diego this week, standing outside of the new gym that they built for service members and veterans. Nobody said, hey, that outfit is Louis Vuitton.
Yeah, no, I understand, because it's got to have that royal connection in order for those big brands to want to associate with them, because that is, they're never going to say anything that is going to upset the royals, because they're the big ticket, that's the prestige, whereas Harry and Meghan don't have that prestige. And Harry and Meghan, I think, need to realise that if they want to do brand deals, great, you can do them, but it's going to be Target. You know, it's going to be Walmart. It's going to be those sorts of brands. You love Target.
I do.
Well, great, perfect. Well, then Meghan can become the face of Target. Meghan can become the face of
aisle 5
of Asda over here, or where else? Maybe Morrison's over here. I mean, that's going to be absolutely great for them. But
just to your point, I believe it was Closer magazine. It was either Closer or OK magazine, but someone did within the last week a story about how Hollywood has sided with the Wales family, and Harry and Meghan had no idea how powerful Prince William and Kate, the Princess of Wales, were, and that phone calls have been made on your side of the pond by Hollywood heavyweights saying, just so you know, we're team Kate and Wills, and that Harry and Meghan really did not understand how much power William and Catherine had as the heir, and, you know, the new potential queen one day, and that they are really kind of defeated, feeling very defeated over that, because they're feeling that with all of the no's they're getting here in the States, that people are continuing to side with the royal family.
Well, you can't write a book trashing your brother and then expect the brands that you want to work with to say, yeah, we're going to be Team Harry, because essentially then those brands are saying, yep, see you later, future king. 2 fingers up to you, William. Sorry about that.
This is celebrities. I mean, I agree with you on the brands, but these are celebrities in Hollywood that are making these calls to William and Catherine and William and Catherine's team and saying, yeah, if you need me to be in an event to represent your charities, if you need this, like but who is it that I saw him walk down the carpet at Earthshot with? I just spaced on her name. It was definitely not Angela Bassett. But, you know, the people that are showing up for Earthshot, just some of these celebrities are picking up the phone saying, I choose you. And it's, you know, been pretty defeating for the Duke and Duchess of Sussex.
Yeah, totally. I mean, you know, how many times can you fall back on Serena Williams?
Well, who did not invite Meghan to her baby shower, so...
that connection is soon gone. Oprah would have turned up. I mean, Oprah being at their wedding is the most hilarious thing, is my favourite thing in the world, bearing in mind she never actually met them. So Oprah was invited over Meghan's whole actual family. It's brilliant. And do you think that that is what you would call the Prince and Princesses of Wales's ultimate revenge on Harry and Meghan?
Well, this is actually a different story. They're just kicking butt over here.
Yeah.
This is about how the Prince and Princess of Wales have strengthened despite Harry and Meghan's attacks here in the States. The Cut magazine, Spare, the Netflix docuseries, the Oprah interview. It's had a complete opposite effect on the Wales brand. And somehow those attacks have strengthened William and Kate's position here in the States. Harry and Meghan are seeing that, and it's crushing them. It's very, very frustrating to them because, you know, when you think about Omid Scobie's book that's coming out within the next few weeks, aside from Obid's objective, which is cash money, there's another objective there, and that's to hurt the reputation of the British royal family. That's to hurt the reputation of Prince William and Catherine, the Princess of Wales. And it's got, you know, I guess I should say the word allegedly, but based on prior experience, it's got Harry and Meghan's fingerprints all over it.
Yeah, well, of course, their last, Omid Scobie's last book, Finding Freedom, they contributed to it at numerous times, but then denied contributing to it until it came out in a trial that they had contributed to it, and then they said that they had forgotten that they had contributed to a best-selling...
And had to apologise.
Because, I mean, I do that all the time. Sometimes I leave the house and I'm like, oh, I've forgotten my keys, oh, I've forgotten that scarf, and, oh, I forgot that I contributed to a best-selling international book that was trashing my entire family. I forgot that just as I forgot my keys.
It was Kate Blanchett, not Angela Bassett.
Oh, Kate Blanchett. All right. They're not very similar. Kate Blanchett, Angela Bassett, both formidable actresses, but I wouldn't, they're quite difficult to confuse with each other.
Sorry, I did.
Okay, fair enough. King Charles, of course, still in great pain over the rift with Harry, right?
Yeah, so this is coming from the Daily Mail, and the quotes are pretty interesting. It says, has His Majesty made mistakes when it comes to parenting? Yes. Would he privately admit he could have done some things better or at least differently? Of course. Yeah. But while I am sure they still don't agree on everything all the time, he and the Prince of Wales are firmly united now around a common shared interest, which is to keep the institution in place where it can serve the nation. There is undeniable anger at the anguish the king believes Harry caused the late queen in the last years of her life, not to mention the insults he heaped upon his own wife, Camilla, of whom Charles is understandably protective. But yes, the source said that Charles feels great pain over his strained relationship with Harry. But I love to hear that behind the scenes, he's united with William and focused on the future of the monarchy.
Well, and sometimes that's what it takes, because I think it's fair to say that King Charles has made some terrible mistakes with his children, and, you know, his perhaps lack of emotion and all of those sorts of things. But when there is an external threat quite often that is the thing that unites people. And clearly, Prince Harry's attacks and Meghan's attacks on the family have actually had the complete opposite effect that perhaps they would have thought they would. And Harry and Charles have said, actually, there's something bigger than the issues you and I have had. And that's the thing that has brought them closer together. Kinsey, we've got to leave it there. But as always, what an absolute pleasure to have you. And that's Angela Bassett there. Oh, sorry, I mean Kinsey Schofield. It's so easy to confuse them.